hari ini kita bakal membedah dan membincangkan She-Hulk Season 1 Episode 4. Para panelis kita malam ini terdiri daripada saya, Ning Nazrul Iskandar daripada BuzzPOP TV, Faris Othman Yunus, kaki filem kita. What's up bro, how you doing?
Hi, F to the E double R, no, not R, one R, okay. Not my Paris B lah, one R, okay? Okay.
Oi, bahaya ni. Abang Paris jadi medicine dengan aku. Bahaya ni.
That is not what you think.
It's not what you think.
Baik. Seterusnya, Justin Chang daripada Marvel Fanbase Malaysia. What's up bro, how you doing man?
What's up everybody? Okay, this is a fun and funny episode. Confirm kita akan ada some interesting things to talk about lah this episode. So stay tuned. Jom kita bedah.
Alright. Dan terakhir sekali adalah kaki TV kita, Menit Malik. What's up bro, how you doing man?
What's up? Hope everyone's doing great. Let's give it a go.
Nice. Dengan itu kita bakal memulakan perbincangan kita malam ini dengan reaksi satu ayat. Alright. So untuk segmen pertama ni, reaksi satu ayat aku adalah wow, She-Hulk pun dalam hati ada taman guys. Jadi apakah reaksi satu ayat anda terhadap episod keempat She-Hulk ini yang aku rasa dinamakan legal magic kot. So kita mulakan dengan Munif, silakan.
Okay. As usual, episod dia kira kelakar lah sebab memang kita dah tahu tu tema series ni, which is chick flick and comedy and very light hearted macam tu kan. Tapi kalau reaksi satu ayat damn pissed off pasal satu benda, pasal that whole boner thing. So reaksi satu ayat aku boner sial, tak payahlah buat macam tu dah. Dia actually macam aku sebenarnya few weeks ago aku dah kata dah, aku mengharapkan and series ni menunaikan sebenarnya macam every week dia pasal some different case regarding different macam beings dalam the cinematic universe lah. Kalau yang sebelum ni kita ada Asgardian shifter, lepas tu kita ada Abo punya case, lepas tu kita ada tu lah segala wrecking crew apa semua, and then sekarang ni kita ada reject from Kamatash lah apa semua kan. So benda-benda tu memang fulfill aku punya expectation lah. Every episode you cover the different sides of the MCU into a court case. Tapi itulah, janganlah pakai nama tu tu. Sakit hati betul lah.
Dia nama dekat je. Nama dekat je bro, dekat je. It sounds the same.
So tu it's a funny episode macam biasa, tapi reaksi satu ayat aku ialah boner. So aku sangat annoyed dengan that part of the episode.
Alright. Seterusnya cosplayer Wongers kita iaitu Justin Chang. Silakan.
Wongers. Hey Wongers. Do you have gin and tonic? They say. Tapi sebetul-betulnya kan, thank you kepada para fans dan juga para penonton yang selalu kata bukan saya macam Wong. So aku pun rasa macam pelik juga. Dia kata panelis ni macam Wong lah. I don't know lah what side of me untuk macam Wong. Mungkin daripada side I don't know lah, maybe lah. I think lah side profile. I think so, but I don't know. I'm flattered, thank you. I'm flattered, but I'm not part of the Wong Cinematic Universe lah. Mungkin from the Changers Cinematic Universe yang macam Hadi kata tadi. Okay. Episode ni aku rasa it was fun because they have a lot of legality and magic. Aku tak sangka pula undang-undang manusia boleh tertembung dengan magic daripada Kamatash, dan that was a fun thing to watch because we got like all sorts of things coming out and demons. Lepas tu kita akan nampak She-Hulk pergi dating, and then She-Hulk actually in action, dia team up dengan Wong pergi lawan dengan demons kan. That was a very fun action sequence lah, because macam kita jarang nampak She-Hulk berlawan sesuatu, but like when she team up with Wong, like, pasal dia tumbuk demons tu, dia hentam lah, pijak lah, buang lah semua tu. That was a very very Hulk moment, and she was wearing like apa tu yang ada mini skirt punya dress tu, that was a very cool thing lah, I would say. So it's like that was nice lah. Pasal yang Donny Blaze tu aku memang tak fikir sangat lah, because I know that those things I never really pay attention. Bagi saya itu macam something nice and small, but then when I first heard of it I was like, oh okay, but then like nothing serious lah. But what I like about this episode is that they show so many things, and then kita ada Madison. Madison tu yang she's like the most breakout character in this episode. So orang tak sangka orang akan suka dengan Madison. Madison ni datang dari mana ni? I was like, oh my god, Madison, Madisynn.
Random gila tu.
2 N's, 1 Y, but it's not what you think. Macam tu. I also wonder what she meant by it's not what you think. I suspect yang Y tu mungkin pasal G-string dia kot. Mungkin dia hinting pasal kot. I don't know lah. Maybe lah.
It's not what you think.
So it's like, yeah, it's not what you think kan. So like, aku rasa Y dia kat mana ni? Oh, Y dia mungkin kat G-string kot. Mungkin lah. I would say it was a nice one lah. Aku tak sangka dia kasih spoil pula Sopranos, sebab aku pun tak tengok Sopranos. She spoiled Sopranos for me, man. I was like, oops. But I know a few beats lah. So it's like aku pun macam Wong juga. No more spoilers. Alah. But she spoiled it anyway, but in a fun and pretty nice way lah. So it's like hope to see her and Wong again. We need a side adventure of Madison and Wongers. Itu yang orang nak tengok tu. New series. New series.
Cool. Seterusnya silakan Faris.
What I like about this episode
Telah.
many things. I don't know what to say about, you know, in Sopranos.
Feris kena makan telur ni aku rasa. Kalau tak hangover nanti. Telur goreng.
I think this is the episode yang boleh dikatakan barulah engine baru nak panas, you know, because I know Nick and the rest have said that episode 2 engine baru nak panas, but I think this episode 4 is more like engine baru nak panas, because now you get to see where the halfway point is always the best point, where you get to see where the series is going to go, you know, in terms of where the characters going to go and where the stories going to go. I like it very much. Dulu lah dikatakan series, you know, ada growth. Bukan macam Kenobi kan, Kenobi tak ada growth kan, kita ada growth sikit lah, you know. So I really enjoyed this episode, and starting to become one of my favorite Marvel series lah. Not because it's comedy, because they actually really thought about it lah. Tak ada diorang main-main lah.
Yeah. It might be too light-hearted for some MCU fans. Dia orang macam, apa ni? Lawak ke? Come on lah, serius lah sikit.
Well, that's the tone of the show that I established sejak episode 1. But I don't know lah, some people
Macam itulah. Alright, so kita ada lebih kurang 8 komen menarik. So aku akan bacakan sekarang. Pertama, Muhammad Safwan bertanya, She-Hulk tak boleh jadi serius ke? Tak boleh bro. Dalam komik pun memang dia adalah sarkastik dan komedik. So memang adaptasi ni sama macam komik sejak tahun 1980-an lagi. So the second edition ni, kali kedua dia diterbitkan, dia menjadi satu watak meta yang merupakan agak komedik. So memang dunia dia memang komedik sejak 1989 till now. So macam mana
dia loyal to the comic lah sebenarnya macam ni.
Kan?
Macam ni.
Dan dia pernah team up dengan dia pernah team up dengan Howard the Duck lagi. That's why dia punya tone tu memang funny.
Ya, memang macam tu.
Tapi Olive Branch lah aku bagi. Kalau kau nak tengok She-Hulk ni serius, selalunya bila ni aku ambil case study dari komik. So kalau ada macam crossover events, Avengers punya events, kau usually akan nampak She-Hulk guna strength dia and dia belasah lah whatever, dia orang Asgardian ke alien ke apa ke dia orang tengah lawan at that point of time. So maybe kalau kau nak tengok She-Hulk yang serious sikit, kau nak tunggu during crossover events, ramai-ramai tu tengok dia lawan lah. Usually dalam komik macam tu, dia punya own komik dia memang kelakar macam ni, tapi bila crossover just tunjuk dia lawan lah, without macam tak banyak sangat all this comedic stuff lah. Maybe lah maybe the She-Hulk and the crossover movies would be something yang kau akan suka lah.
Itulah.
I suspect also.
Ya, macam Hadi juga menambah bahawa this series doesn't take itself seriously. So why should we? Just enjoy the comedy je lah. If tak boleh enjoy, maybe the jokes are not meant for you. You know, ada banyak lagi sendiri dekat Disney Plus yang korang boleh.
Betul juga, kita kena ingat yang MCU ni ada pelbagai jenis flavor, pelbagai jenis variasi kan. So kalau semuanya sama je kan, macam there has to be something for everybody lah. Macam Baskin Robbins kena ada 31 flavor. So MCU kena ada beratus-ratus flavor lah kan. Itulah, variasi tu penting.
Even korang kena ingat Marvel Comics dah wujud sebagai satu syarikat penerbitan selama 80 lebih tahun. 88, something like that. So kalau kau nak jual komik setiap bulan, takkan semua pun nak macam grim and gritty, serious, aksi. Dia ada multiple comics untuk multiple types of readers. So the MCU is just a version of that. Yeah.
To follow up tu apa yang Nick cakap tadi. Yang Nick cakap tu pasal dia punya komik kan. But kau kena ingat ke, the MCU pun has been more than a decade around, no? With berapa ratus total of content kan. So even aku pun personally macam chick flick sih bukan aku punya cup of tea lah, aku admit. Tapi macam aku tengok series She-Hulk ni sebab it's part of that universe yang aku suka tau. So walaupun dia bukanlah 100% aku punya cup of tea, tapi aku faham, I understand the decision to have macam TV shows at least dengan macam tone yang lain sikit. Pasal tu lah, komik dia dah wujud dah berapa dekad dah. The MCU ni dah more than 1 decade. So kalau semua benda sama, dia macam jadi so Linkin Park punya thing lah. Linkin Park tu dia punya later album so is a victim of dia punya Meteora tau. The first album tu punya success kan. So first album tu gila-gila babi. Tapi bila moving forward, kalau buat benda sama, orang kata alah kau ni play safe just doing the same things kan. Tapi bila dia pun experiment with a different sound, kata ni bukan Linkin Park kan. So dia macam mana. So at the end of the day, you just have to evolve. Aku rasa at least kalau kau experiment, it's better daripada kau just stick to your lane and play safe tau. Bila cakap benda yang spanning for decades kan. So betul, if it's not your cup of tea, tak payah tengok tak apa. Macam aku cakap, ni pun saya bukan aku punya cup of tea sangat, tapi it's part of that universe that I love. So aku I want to know everything that happens, I mean, whatever the style lah. So macam tu lah.
Yeah. And even dalam Marvel Comics, every time ada crossover, contohnya Wolverine masuk dalam isu sensational She-Hulk, dia pun akan jadi, kita akan nampak versi lawak dia. So korang akan nampak dengan Daredevil nanti, jangan terkilan kalau Matt Murdock pun akan jadi versi lawak. It's just
standby.
Dunia She-Hulk tu dah macam tu.
Semua pitchfork sambil keluar.
Janganlah guys. Nanti bulan Oktober nanti korang marah pula. Apa sok Werewolf by Night ni black and white? Betul lah, sekarang dah ada warna. Kenapa kena black and white?
Kan
pada Hammer horror films daripada tahun 1950-an. So sama-sama lah kita nantikan nanti korang akan bertanya ataupun berkatakan kenapa kena black and white? Bro, macam itulah. Alright, seterusnya Virgil bertanya soalan saintifik ya.
Rasanya boleh kot. Cuma orang tak tahu. Dia kan dengan Hulk pernah ada anak dalam satu multiverse yang kita multiverse kan. Macam Game of Thrones sikit lah dia dengan Hulk buat anak. Tapi dengan orang lain aku tak tahu sebab She-Hulk dia tidur dengan pelbagai orang lelaki. She had sex with Hercules, she had sex with Thor. So mungkin post breakup dia akan have sex with multiple Avengers kot. Tak tahu lagi macam dah masuk The Boys punya cerita.
Aku rasa dia meta human saja kot boleh, I think. Sebab kalau sperm orang biasa ni tak boleh tembus dia punya ovum tu.
Ui kan.
Kan. Dia kena superhuman juga. Boleh tembus.
Aku tak boleh imagine.
Aku rasa sains dia memang mungkin macam gitulah. Betul lah Munif.
Kan.
Kalau kita fikir dari segi logik dan sains kan betul lah.
Sebab
juga.
Thor je yang boleh tembus bro. Sebab tu Thor.
Strongest Avenger kan? Strongest Avenger.
Okey, seterusnya Nameless bertanya, Donny Blaze tak ada dalam komik kan? Tak ada. Donny Blaze adalah satu watak picisan di MCU yang tidak pernah wujud di Marvel Comics.
Ni untuk menganjing lah cerita.
Untuk branding dia. Seterusnya mungkin aktif bertanya, kiranya Abomination aka Emil Blonsky takkan sertai The Thunderbolts ke selepas Kevin Feige memperlihatkan kumpulan Thunderbolts?
Mungkin lah.
Apa masa depan watak Emil Blonsky? Aku rasa dia akan orgy dengan dia punya Seven Pen Pals di tanah berapa ekar yang Seven Pen Pals dia dah belikan untuk dia. Tapi I foresee kita akan ada beberapa babak lagi dengan Emil Blonsky di punya tanah nanti. I think kalau korang tengok there is macam Alcoholics Anonymous punya meeting ataupun something like that, antara She-Hulk, Emil Blonsky dan beberapa watak-watak picisan yang lain.
Tapi yang aku worry tu pasal Thunderbolts penglibatan dia dengan Thunderbolt. Of course ramai orang, even aku pun ingatkan dia macam potentially akan masuk lah line up tu lah. Tapi ada juga orang mengatakan maybe yang tu bukan the full Thunderbolts yang line up lagi. Mungkin akan ada tambahan ke apa ke. Tapi yang aku risau pasal aku nak Emil Blonsky involved dengan Thunderbolts. Tetapi kalau kita tengok dalam Thunderbolts tu nampak macam Red Guardian akan jadi dia punya muscle tau. So dia jadi redundant pula kalau banyak muscle punya karakter kan. So aku tak tahulah, dia nampak perlibatan dengan Thunderbolt agak slim lah bagi aku sekarang. So itulah unfortunately, so but we'll see lah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Kecuali member-member Thunderbolts tu mati ataupun ada rotation dengan member lain, kemungkinan besar kot. Kalau mereka nak buat this is Marvel's version of Suicide Squad, kemungkinan besar aku rasa a few members will die. If not kan maybe dia kena tukar dengan member lain. Aku rasa never say never lah buat Abomination dengan Baron Zemo, sebab aku rasa mereka akan masuk dalam Thunderbolts. Cuma mungkin maybe not in this movie or maybe in the next movie, but possibly dia cuma tease konsep art dia kan. Kita tak tahu siapa villain dia, siapa apa dia kan. So itulah, aku pun rasa macam disappointed dengan line up Thunderbolts. Aku rasa ini semua macam geng-geng Yelena je ni kan. Kebanyakan Russian and then like itulah. So dan ada super soldier serum punya geng, semua tu dia tak macam, dia tak, variasi dia tak banyak. Tapi sebab tu lah dia taruh macam Yelena kat tengah-tengah tu, macam dia yang jadi leader kan, konon-kononnya lah. So it's like it just feels like ini dia macam ceritanya macam nama dia Thunderbolts tapi macam Yelena and the gang punya cerita. Maybe. Ya kan?
Persoalannya diorang nak lawan siapa? Diorang sendiri dah orang jahat. So dia nak lawan
kan?
siapa?
Ataupun mereka nak lawan monster, alien ke.
Betul ni?
Yeah, it's at the end of phase 5, yeah.
Thunderbolt is still concept only, right? I mean, so bagi aku taklah nak ambil berat sangat, you know, if it's still concept, you know, anything can change. They could change the lineup, you know, way down the line. So that's why bila korang cerita dekat WhatsApp group, aku macam nak konsep lagi, lepas dulu lah. Betul lah.
Alright, kita tak nak lari topik. Benda tu kita akan bincangkan hari Khamis nanti. So please keep all your questions untuk D23 untuk hari Khamis. Seterusnya, Sevi Satsu bertanya, adakah Wong ni terlalu penting untuk phase 4? Aku rasa Wong ni je yang ada pasport international, boleh melalui COVID, tak kisah, dia boleh fly semua tempat. So pelakon Benedict Wong ni lah yang paling perlukan job aku rasa, pasal dia nak beli sandwich pun tak boleh. So nampaknya Benedict Wong cameo dalam semua benda. I don't know why.
Lagi point lah, aku rasa pasal apa, sometimes orang kata the simplest explanation is usually the truth tau. Aku tak rasa gaji dia macam Downey Jr, macam Mark Ruffalo semua tu kan. So he's a lovable character and he's quite an important dia sorcerer supreme and character dia lovable. And his salary is definitely bukan RDJ dengan Mark Ruffalo dengan Scarlett Johansson punya level tau. So spam lah. Apa lagi?
Betul. Murah. Pelakon murah. Alright, seterusnya Hadi menteorikan Munif, dia tak rasa yang Donny Blaze tu adalah satu boner sebab kita tak disuap dalam media dengan teori-teori Donny Blaze akan muncul palatau MCU je bising banyak. So ini bukan macam WandaVision, dah terang-terang cast Quicksilver.
Tapi sebab before episode ni, dia bukan apa, pasal before episode ni kan ada tunjuk macam orang tengok apa ada dalam background benda tu ada tulis Johnny Blaze kan. Maybe orang
Ada
macam
poster
salah.
dia. Ada
Kan
poster,
poster
tapi
kan.
ejaan dia bukan Johnny bro. Ejaan dia Donny Blaze.
Itulah.
Kalau
Sekarang
tahu
ni
macam,
baru-
oh my god,
sekarang
Ghost
ni baru
Rider is
tahulah.
coming.
Saja dia nak trolling fans. Kan dia kata pandai trolling. Kaki troll.
Troll lah.
Seterusnya Ismail bertanya ya. By the way, BuzzPOP ada bedah tak Expo
Kami.
Disney 33? Hari pada pagi Ahad daripada pukul 1 sampai pukul 3 pagi, kita orang dah buat watch party. Kalau korang nak tonton, tu reaksi kita based on apa yang keluar kat Twitter. Tapi insya-Allah hari Khamis nanti kalau ada cukup panelis, kami bakal membedah Expo D23 nanti. Sekiranya kita cukup panelis, most likely kita akan react kepada trailer-trailer yang keluar pada hari Ahad tu lah. Ya, should be like that. Ya. Seterusnya Xavier bertanya, korang rasa dalam series ni Daredevil akan ada peranan penting tak? Aku rasa lebih sebagai mentor kot. And most likely dia akan feature dalam as many episodes macam Wong juga. Aku rasa lepas episod ni dah tak ada Wong dah. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 most likely will be Matt Murdock, Daredevil. Yes, hopefully. Aku dah tahu. Anything after this, aku dah tak dapat preview copies, so aku akan tonton macam korang juga.
Aku rasa don't put your hopes up lah mengenalkan
Kan.
perangai series ni macam mana. Nanti kau kena troll lagi lah, apa benda lah.
Ya.
So, kau anggap lah, dia just some kind of one episode, funny, one-off cameo, whatever. So kalau betul, kau takkan disappointed. Kalau more than that, you'll be pleasantly surprised. Itu je aku cakap.
Nice. Dan juga Hadi dah confirm ya, hari Khamis nanti dia akan join sesi bedah Expo D23 nanti.
Yes.
Baik, aku
Yes.
perlukan lagi 2 panelis and then we are on go. Alright guys, seterusnya Muhammad Yasir bertanya, apakah pendapat panelis Captain Israel masuk Captain America New World Order?
Dia kira captain ke?
Hari Khamis nanti kita bincang. Yang ni aku
Ah.
malas nak cerita hari ni. Pasal hari ni kita nak cerita She-Hulk saja.
Kamis.
Seterusnya Muhammad Fazli bertanya, Jake yang kambing human tu Mephisto ke?
Jangan.
Dia hanyalah seekor kambing setan yang katakan diri dia adalah Mephisto. I don't know.
Dia
Dia mungkin Black
aku
Phillip
lah,
daripada The Witch, aku rasa.
for me is very simple lah cakap. So kita tahu series ni dah memang chick flick, and semua orang, even Wong Sorcerer Supreme pun, kau masuk series ni kau automatically jadi badut. So high stakes villain macam Mephisto minta janganlah terlibat dengan series ni tu. So kau anggap tu bukan dia kot.
Yeah, man.
Confirm.
Okay. So dengan itu berakhirlah segmen ini dan kita bakal membincangkan 3 plot menarik daripada She-Hulk minggu lepas. Alright, so segmen pertama kita ni adalah tentang Tinder Troubles. She-Hulk versus Jen, di mana dia menghadapi satu identity crisis di antara public persona dia sebagai She-Hulk dengan private persona dia sebagai Jennifer Walters. So dalam segmen ni aku ada 3 soalan, satu untuk setiap panelis. Soalan pertama adalah untuk Munir ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang the battle of public versus private persona di antara She-Hulk versus Jen? Dan bagaimana man hanya mahu date She-Hulk tapi walk away the next morning from a very disappointed Jen. Dia macam Cinderella tapi reverse Cinderella ke, you know, something like that. So apa pendapat kau? Silakan.
Okay, aku suka this part of the episode in a way sebab this like an antithesis, so it's actually a social commentary lah pasal the world yang we live in sekarang lah. Dia memang hyperbole lah guna She-Hulk dengan dia punya green mode, benda semua lah tu tengok yang sebenarnya bukan macam tu, orang kecewa kan. Tapi benda tu actually mirrors our real life a lot, especially dengan social media lah. Dekat social media, everyone pun is putting a facade sebenarnya. Macam diri kau yang sebenar bukan kau dekat social media. Padahal kau lepak kadang personality tu lain, rupa pun macam tak sama dengan gambar kan. So in a way, kita semua is actually doing a She-Hulk in real life dengan social media kan. Tetapi why it makes it lagi interesting pasal macam cakap lah, social media ni memang dah superficial, memang bermuka-muka lah fasad kan. Kau tak letak diri sebenar kau letak the best version of kau at least, ataupun a complete lie of who you are tau. Social media kan. Lepas tu normal punya macam Facebook, Instagram punya tu. Tapi bila kau cakap pasal online dating profiles pula, benda yang kepura-puraan dan penipuan tu kali 100. Bila on dating apps, lagilah dahsyat fasad yang kau letak tu. Lagilah. So kau nak literally kau nak pancing orang tau. So aku tak tahu ni whether benda ni is memang planned by the writers atau sebenarnya is dia terjadi satu accidental punya irony, which is yang She-Hulk pun dia kecewa macam tengok all these men je suka dia punya green form benda semua kan. Tapi dia sendiri decide untuk letak her green form tu as dia punya profile pictures and the face of dia punya social media. So in a way dia pun catfishing juga kan, sebab tu literally bukan rupa sebenar dia kot. So macam cakap, aku tak tahu kalau ni actually accidental irony ataupun memang planned by the writers. Tapi dia tunjuk She-Hulk pun bersalah juga sebenarnya, sebab dia pun not being true to herself and not being true to the person yang dia tengah date. And dia pun bukan cari orang yang broke dan hodoh tau. Dia cari yang dahsyat-dahsyat ke, dia nak yang handsome ke, yang successful juga, apa semua kan. So, you know, you give and take lah, especially lah dalam, bukan social media lah, especially dalam dating profile, dalam dating apps tau. Macam Tinder apa semua tu, you know the kind of people you 99% of the time jumpa dekat Tinder tu is a cesspool tau. Situ kau cari, situ kau akan jumpa assholes and fuckers looking to fuck tau. Lepas tu bila next day in the morning, lepas kau dah dapat that one night stand and orang tu bluff because of some superficial reason, you cannot be surprised. This is not where you find true love tau, kat Tinder, app macam ni kan. And aku tahu kadang-kadang ada, in fact aku ada kawan-kawan aku yang kahwin and dia jumpa macam life partner siapa on these dating apps, tapi macam not Tinder tau usually. Dia maybe macam ada yang apps to meet people yang ada lebih decorum lah, so to speak kan. Benda macam tu lah, yang macam ada Islamic punya dating app lah benda lah. Tapi kalau kau tu cakap tu lah, in a way aku suka this episode saat dia tunjuk macam She-Hulk pun is human tau. Sebab dia memang looking for love. Dia kata dating in the 30s is hard. I would know because I've been there too. Lepas tu at the same time sebenarnya dia pun superficial, dia pun catfish, but because dia human, bila finally macam orang pun macam react to that in a superficial way, so dia pun macam let down, macam sedih juga kan. So to err is human lah, sebab dia pun ada silap, those guys pun ada silap. But this is a really good social commentary pasal, this is one of the shitty things about social media and dating apps. So they encourage korang untuk not be yourself and then you get your heart broken tau. Sebab tu sebenarnya tak semua orang ada the mental capacity to deal dengan social media tau sebenarnya. Sebab ada setengah orang dia hati kering. Dia macam, kau tengok gambar aku, suka aku, ada one night stand, esok tak suka, no hal. Sebab otak dia dah set, aku memang join benda ni to get fucked tau, bukan nak kahwin tau, and I do not care kan. Tapi kita ada yang more kindred souls kau letak di picture, lepas tu orang tak kenal kau, tak kenal personality kau, tak kenal budi pekerti kau. They just depend on the picture that you choose to post yang memang tak sama dengan muka sebenar kau. So it's a superficial relationship, tapi you take it to heart in a very wholesome way and you hurt yourself. So again, it's a social commentary sebenarnya on the harms of dating apps and social media, with the lesson of at the end of the day being yourself is the best. Sebab She-Hulk memang looking for a lasting relationship kan. So sebab tu dia sedih bila mamat tu belah kan. Tapi for a lasting relationship, how long kau nak hide behind that green in your face? If a lasting relationship, the guy will see you at your worst, and the guy needs to be okay with you at your worst, baru benda tu jadi lasting. So if you start that relationship with a lie, kau sendiri set up yourself for failure. If there is a dating lesson in this whole episode. So I like this part sebab suddenly there's a social commentary pasal an issue or a social ill or social dilemma yang is very relevant to the generation sekarang, and especially like tu macam 30-year-old plus macam in the dating scene sekarang ni. So memang susah lah. Dia nampak macam lagi connected, but it's actually lagi hurtful lah in a way. Bila kau cannot deal with the superficialness of it all kan. Aku tahu tak, bukan apa Hadi cakap dia pasal student aku. Masa aku duk mengajar student aku dulu, tiba-tiba dia orang sebut, dia kata, Sir, you tak ada girlfriend kan? Tak ada kan? You tak nak try online dating ke? Tu macam, seriously? Lah tu, dia orang siap buat profile tu aku tau. Lah tu aku tengok, weh. Lah tu yang duk SMS kan, dia orang semua ni macam
power juga.
the kind of people I'm engaged with like seems like very horrible people lah. Macam tak apalah, no thanks. So bila tengok Jen go through semua ni, aku boleh sympathize lah. Tapi at the same time, Jen pun bersalah to the guys lah. Dia pun catfish dia orang. So there's a lesson to be learned within the comedy of this sequence. So I kind of like that about this episode lah.
Nice. Kemudian Hadi menambah, maybe student tu bagi hint kau tak nak try diorang ke?
Jangan. Aku tak nak lagi masuk dalam beautiful Nara, seorang pensyarah durjana yang
habis
menanggut di air keruh menanggut
nanti aku kena
cancel
lagi.
Jangan. Alright, soalan kedua adalah untuk Justin ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang watak lawyer Superhuman Law Division Pug yang nampaknya semakin akrab dengan Jen dan Nikki? Adakah story arc Pug dating Jen daripada Marvel Comics nukilan Dan Slott bakal diterokai dalam siri ni? Kita ada 5 more episodes. What do you think? Will Pug be the one untuk Jen? Silakan.
I suspect so because he's been set up early in the episode yang he's like how to say the nice guy in their team, and then dia memang selalu interaksi dengan diorang, and then he's like always treating them good, but we never really see him one-on-one together with Jen. That's the thing. So mungkin banyak orang tak berapa perasan, but I hope that after this episode, the following few episodes will show that he will have more scenes with her lah. Even lawyer Mallory book pun dia kita tak nampak scene dia juga. So I was hoping that we would see more scenes with Park, Mallory book, and a few more characters lah. That's why I was thinking that kalau macam dia akan cameo superhero ni mungkin tak banyak sangat lah. So don't expect too much of Daredevil lah. Aku rasa Daredevil pun mungkin muncul satu episode. Mungkin lah, I suspect lah. So it's like kalau it makes sense what you say, Nick. Kalau dia it goes, I mean that the progression of that relationship could blossom from a friendship to a relationship. So it's like and then Jen will find her true self lah, because Jennifer Walters memang she's always a very a very confident, a very independent woman. It just so happens that receive Hulk blood in her body, then she become She-Hulk. So actually dia macam tak care pun dia punya penampilan, dia punya how she dress, how she put, even her Tinder profile pun dia buat bukan serius saja kan, she like going for professional. Even kawan dia pun tease, are you going for webinar, dia kata. Matcher tu macam tu webinar, dia punya muka, dia punya profile semua tu macam nak pergi webinar, but not really for dating. So it's like dia pun macam like a bit orang kata rusty in this relationship. Same what Munif say lah. I also agree juga. Dia macam dating in the 30s is so like so difficult because you don't know how to interact with so many people. The times have changed, and then pelbagai jenis orang, pelbagai jenis personality akan ada kat dalam dating profile, dating app tu kan. So you cannot dia macam kalau you nak pancing orang pun you tak boleh expect benda tu akan jadi dalam bentuk fairy tale lah. Fairy tale tu, that's why some people say fairy tales are lies. You know, you cannot really believe that you will like find the true one or something like that. It doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes some people are lucky, sometimes some people are not. So you have to like face the truth lah. And I like what Munif said, that this show is very relatable because like yang kita ni yang some of us who are still single or some of us who are still finding someone, it just feels like there's a relatable part lah. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you can still feel the relatability of this episode and the themes of what the writers are trying to do. So even though aku rasa cerita ni dia lebih kepada macam dia macam tak berapa high IQ sangat, but you can get what the themes and the messages that the writers are trying to put. And I suspect Pug might be the one for Jen. So it's like hopefully we'll see something blossom from there, because in the comics dia dengan Jen macam dia macam first dia pun macam malu-malu, then slowly it blossoms to something kan. So it's like, but I heard that kalau in the comics dia macam kena friend zone kan dengan Jen at some point. So hopefully dia tak masuk ke arah friend zone lah, but kepada arah relationship lah. Maybe MCU will change that part lah from the comics. I suspect they might lah. To give their characters more meaning. I suspect. Just we need more scenes with them so that we can feel their connection. Itu aku rasa lah.
So, chemistry itu penting.
Yeah. To see that chemistry, betul.
Yeah. Alright, soalan terakhir untuk segmen ini adalah untuk Faris. Apakah pendapat anda tentang penggunaan teknologi yang teramat ketara dalam siri ini? I mean, last week we had Wong ada LinkedIn lah. Lepas tu episod ni She-Hulk on Tinder lah. I mean, what's next? Adakah Titania akan buat live stream menggunakan Twitch? Silakan.
Sebelum apa, okey ada gambar LinkedIn aku macam Jennifer Walters ya.
Boleh. Odds.
You might need a wig then.
Kau perlukan
what I like about this episode is that actually I really like diorang gunakan our modern social media interactive kind of world, sebab itu barulah relatable dengan kita. I mean they did it with Miss Marvel already, dengan Instagram live apa semua kan. So just keeping up with the times lah. I don't see it as a problem. I see it as just something to be, I'm trying to find the correct word. It's not interactive, it's something like interactive, something we can be relatable to, So yes, I really sokong, that they use all this LinkedIn profile and whatever profile, and I hope, after this go what? I think Facebook Live and Instagram Live is so last year's news, So maybe this year's news, I don't know what they're going to use next.
Yeah, I think Titania will be on TikTok ah. Memang dia akan jadi influencer TikTok lah.
Now the whole thing is TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so I don't know TikTok ada live ke tak,
Ada live bro.
Ada TikTok live. So maybe a TikTok live, but they have to get permission from these companies dulu tau. So before they do this, so they cannot.
Alah, macam Tinder tu pun diorang buat clone je. They call it matcher. Tapi
so
nampak sangat macam Tinder bro. Nampak sangat.
Itulah.
Nampak sangat Tinder. So because maybe Tinder did not give permission ke apa, or maybe diorang sengaja tak minta permission Tinder, we do not know. But Tinder, the word Tinder dah serasi dengan trying to find a date ke apa, so that's why lah. But I like the fact that this show is keeping up with the times. I like that the show is funny. It's slowly becoming my favorite Marvel funny shows. Hey. Okay, next.
Banyak ses betul ya Abang Faris malam ni.
Itu karakter. If next week Daredevil ada, kau tengok aku ada standby something lagi.
Dia terus jadi.
Oh ya, ada standby horns juga. Oh betul tu.
Tema. Because I know my capacity in this membedah, I'm not so very comic familiar. I'm more with other things, my strength other things. So all this aku make up je, okay?
Hi, looking forward for your costume and get-ups. Itulah.
Alright.
Aku punya budget episode 9 aku koyak baju ni, lepas tu aku buat kain lap ke.
So method macam method actor very method.
That's what you get from series membedah, okay?
Oh.
Terbaik. Alright, so kita ada 3 komen untuk segmen ini. Pertama, Rahman bertanya adakah watak Amadeus Cho dan Doc Samson sudah ada di MCU? Setakat ini pada pendapat aku tak ada lagi.
Tak nampak.
And maybe tak ada dalam siri ni. Pasal Doc Samson memang berkait dengan Hulk. Manakala Amadeus Cho pula adalah Korean Hulk. So I don't think so. Doc Samson merupakan psychiatrist atau psikologis yang bekerjasama dengan Hulk untuk menghadapi masalah DID dia. Seterusnya, ni soalan best ya. Kategori The Great bertanya, ada satu mamat tu yang masa dating tanya banyak soalan. Kulit Jen tu boleh tembus ke tak? Adakah dia sebenarnya penjenayah yang cuba inject She-Hulk tapi tak dapat? So apa pendapat para panelis?
Aku rasa dia sebenarnya ada satu misconception lah pasal between vibranium dengan adamantium kan, which is the so to speak strongest material dalam Marvel lore kan. Kau tak silap aku, the strongest is actually something to do with Uru apa, tak silap aku, but that's a whole Thor punya benda lah. Tapi speaking of the famous ones that we have on Earth is between ni lah adamantium dengan vibranium kan. Adamantium is memang orang kata the thing yang boleh pierce basically anything lah. Even Wolverine pun boleh cedera kan. Bukan She-Hulk lah, Hulk pun injured kena dengan adamantium claws Wolverine tu. So itu definitely boleh pierce through. Definitely She-Hulk punya skin memang no hal lah. Adamantium Wolverine punya kuku. Tapi vibranium ni, to address vibranium, aku tak tahu for sure vibranium tu dia boleh tak tembus skin She-Hulk, pasal vibranium has usually been fashioned as a defensive punya tool tau. Macam suit Black Panther dengan shield Captain America. So kau tak dapat, maybe tak nampak sangat that piercing action tu, tak tahu, maybe Black Panther punya claws lah, tapi aku tak nak tengok dia lawan dengan She-Hulk tau. Tapi yang aku boleh kata, the misconception is that sebab kalau nak tembus-tembus benda ni is usually adamantium. Vibranium ni dia bukanlah kata dia kuat, tapi it's more sebenarnya more known pasal dia punya unique properties untuk macam convert energy atau vibrations macam tu kan. So sebab tu Ulysses Claw tu dia actually utilize vibranium tu untuk buat dia punya sonic weapons, and dia jadi living sonic punya monster dulu, semua pasal vibranium tu punya properties untuk redirect energies tau. So sebab tu orang kata kalau vibranium ni dia more of a defensive punya mineral lah, so to speak kan. Tapi kalau nak betul tembus She-Hulk or Hulk punya skin sih, itu adamantium for sure. Vibranium never been tested to my knowledge. So tak tahu, sebab the one time yang aku pernah tengok Black Panther dengan dia punya vibranium suit, vibranium claws apa semua, tapi masa dia lawan dengan Hulk dulu, aku nak tengok dia pun pakai dia punya version of a Hulkbuster juga. So dia tak tunjuk, dia tak lawan dengan dia punya claws apa semua, and probably ada sebab lah kenapa kan. Takut tak ada effect tau.
Kan mungkin juga.
So putting the two and two, aku rasa maybe tak boleh. Tapi adamantium definitely boleh.
Just apa ni nak the soalan before this. Doc Samson dah ada dalam MCU dia in the Edward Norton-nya.
Tak ingat.
Yang the pelakon is the Ty Burrell yang main Sudanti dalam Modern Family tu.
Oh ya kan?
Rambut dia tak hijau lah.
Phil Dunphy.
He's just a character that has lines as well. You know, so he was not mentioned. Aku baru check.
Nice.
Kan? That's cool. Tapi aku rasa dia akan recast kot.
I hope not lah. I really like that old actor.
Kan?
Yeah. I really like him.
Phil Dunphy. Okay lah. Aku tak boleh bayang Phil Dunphy jadi Doc Samson ni, yang dia rambut panjang macam semua tu. Kalau banyak masa tu lah aku rasa really Phil Dunphy.
It's gonna be awesome man. Kalau betul, it's gonna be awesome. Alright, seterusnya Lucy bertanya ya, Mephisto kan ada banyak alias ataupun banyak identiti. Satu daripada identiti Mephisto adalah Jake. Betul kan panelis? Tidak. Sebenarnya satu daripada identiti Mephisto adalah Jack Scratch. So nama Jake dengan Jack tu dah terdekat, so orang macam oh my god, adakah itu Mephisto? I don't think so. Macam Rizwan Mustafa cakap, medicine ni kan selalu mabuk, so most likely bila dia jumpa demon tu, dia sebenarnya jumpa kambing kot.
Mungkin juga kan.
I rather that daripada the actual Mephisto lah. Janganlah ruin
Cuma
Mephisto.
kita tak tahu yang jantung tu daripada mana. Itu yang hairan kan tu, jantung
Itulah.
tu.
Lepas tu dia cakap, I made a deal with the devil, a contract that I cannot talk about. I mean, memang Mephisto suka buat contract dengan orang. Tak, aku rasa saja penulis She-Hulk nak terus kita ni. So macam tu lah.
Maybe a minor demon lah, small demon.
Yalah, asal lesser
Bukan
demon
minor
tu.
Mel bertanya, siapakah si kepala besar bernama The Leader dan apakah hubungan dengan Hulk dalam komik? Anybody wanna take this on?
Dia one of the many Hulk punya rogue villains So punya rogue villains is one of them is the leader lah. So this character was created pasal apa? Kita tahu Hulk, you tengok macam opponent dia kan, macam Abomination lah, tu lawan dengan A-Bomb lah tu dengan Red Hulk lah, dengan Red She-Hulk lah. So asyik lawan dengan ni gergang. So dia ada buat a different gamma base macam villain yang kali ni. So dia bagi a different dynamic to the Hulk punya komik tu, sebab takut dia asyik duk jadi macam punch out punya brawl, so selalu jadi boring pula kan. So kali ni lawan dengan orang yang maybe where Bruce Banner would be more suited to tackle this guy kali ni kan. So dia something macam tu lah.
The Leader bukan yang dalam Evan Norton punya tu, yang kepala besar tu, yang tu lah kan?
Yeah. Betul bro, betul. And
Same guy.
he is returning in Captain America 4.
He's in Captain America. So the actor Tim Blake Nelson is in Captain America 4.
As the
Yep.
villain of Captain America. Yeah.
Using the same actor, yeah.
He's going to make a cameo in She-Hulk episode 9. I'm calling it now, Taco Bell.
Alright.
Ada orang nak belanja Taco Bell ni yang aku happy.
Alright.
Aku nak.
Alright guys. Seperti kata Kevin Feige masa T23, after 14 years, Tim Blake Nelson returns as the leader.
14 tahun lah.
Baru minggu lepas kita teorikan yang dia adalah villain di sebalik sini ni, tapi I don't know, only time will tell. Alright guys, so dengan itu berakhirlah segmen ini dan kita akan ke plot menarik kita yang kedua. Alright, so plot menarik kita yang kedua adalah tentang Donny Blaze, bukan Ghost Rider. Alright, so kita ada 3 soalan juga seperti biasa. Soalan, by the way, dia ni nampak macam Oscar Isaac level giant je, macam kau pergi giant ke minimart ke KK Mart ke apa tu, saya nak beli Oscar Isaac. Kita tak ada, tapi kita ada versi yang murah ni, silakan.
Dia nampak macam pelakon Bollywood murahan.
By the way, dia ni adalah husband kepada pengarah Cat Coiro yang directing 6 episodes out of the 9 episodes in She-Hulk.
Patutlah.
Nepotism lah, bagi husband dapat job kan.
Nepotism. Yang macam Melissa McCarthy dengan husband dia lah kan.
Yeah man, husband dia dia yang berlakon.
Carry on, I nak ambil prop dia.
Tapi betul jugalah, sebab suami isteri zaman sekarang kena sama-sama cari makan. Kalau tak macam mana nak salahkan keluarga kan.
Betul.
Economics man, economics.
Apakah pendapat anda tentang kontroversi online bahawa segelintir MCU palatau mengharapkan siri ini bakal mengetengahkan watak Johnny Blaze aka Ghost Rider, dan bukannya Donny Blaze, a failed Kamatage student that was kicked out after only a week? Silakan Munir. Ni pasal salah poster tu lah.
Ni pasal poster tu lah guys. Aku cakap dia sekarang ni, benda ni banyak kali jadi tau. Benda macam yang ada fanbase agak mengamuk, lepas tu ada yang dekat defend kata dia pasal the weight of expectations apa, so you have this back and forth kan. Tapi dia cakap kan, Marvel fucking knows what they doing lah. Dia pun memang nak incite this anger and this conversation pun tau. Sebab macam mana orang kata, what they say tu yang there's no such thing as bad publicity. Sebab dia pun tahu series ni akan polarize the fan base. Sebab dia buat the men like idiots, sebab dia buat benda ni komedi, sebab dia buat benda ni chick flick. So dia tahu akan ada half yang suka series ni and half yang macam kononnya purist ni akan macam what the fuck is going on kan. Tetapi sebab kita tahu the Disney, the Mickey Mouse yang modus operandi, I don't give a fuck. Aku nak duit semua orang kan. So apa yang dia buat is that kita bagi yang suka, dia dapatlah benda yang dia suka. Yang marah, we give you more reason to marah. So you keep talking about us still, you keep visiting the videos, you keep talking about us, you keep generating the revenue and the buzz for us. So dia pun tahu apa yang dia buat. Dia pun letak poster tu orang something Blaze kan. Mestilah orang fikir Johnny Blaze. Who the fuck is gonna teka Donny Blaze? Kau cakap kau letak nama macam Tony Stark situ, you will assume ada Iron Man or some Iron Man punya ni. So macam you tak boleh salahkan orang tu punya expectation bila sebenarnya dah buka mas Iron Man tu badut kan. So macam orang mestilah expect Iron Man tu. You put the clues there You put the clues there and you cannot blame orang punya expectation because it's tactical. Kau buat memang untuk ruin orang punya expectation. Kau nak ruin the expectation of the haters so that yang suka will cakap about the show and yang haters pun akan cakap about the show. So it's actually by design now. I really believe it's by design. Sebab kalau episod ni tiba-tiba keluar Donny Blaze then aku cakap dia pun just honestly just want to make a joke and this fuckers macam semua ni macam marah apa benda semua kan. Tapi sebab dia tease that poster tu dulu tau. Sama macam WandaVision. Satu yang ni aku disagree dengan Hadi sikit pasal cakap they know what they're doing. WandaVision dia boleh cast anyone else in the world. Tapi dia cast Quicksilver tu, lepas tu jadi badut. Jadi boner.
Evan Peters pula.
For this 4th episode, dia boleh terus tunjuk Donny Blaze ni. Tapi sebelum tu dia duduk, leak yang poster nampak ada tulis something Blaze kan. So bukan dia orang tak tahu dia buat apa. They purposely build up the expectation, smash it so dia tahu benda tu takkan jadi pun. Sebab whatever this polarizing series ni, separuh memang kau buat apa pun dia takkan suka. So might as well kita cucuk dia lagi to keep them talking about us lagi. Might as well kan. Sebab again, there's no such thing as bad publicity. So to the guys yang find this funny, akan find this funny. Tapi to the guys yang pissed off pasal benda ni, macam thank you, your comments, your feedbacks, your interactions is pretty much welcome. But again, sebagaimana kita tahu how social media works these days kan, dia bukan pada likes or dislikes the orang-orang, the powers that be lah, the orang-orang yang make money through ads, through apa untuk social media content macam advertising benda semua ni, dia cakap pasal interactions. Dia tak cakap pasal like and dislike. Kalau kau komen untuk cakap fuck you Marvel, fuck you She-Hulk, thank you for the interaction.
Engagement bro, engagement.
The interaction dan engagement tu
special Twitter tu penting. Twitter hashtag penting.
Lalu the world that we live in kadang-kadang kan orang kata macam it's actually kalau dulu orang kata sex sells kan. Sekarang ni hatred lagi sells. Sebab kalau kau marah kadang orang lagi komen. Macam kita kita macam melencong sikit. Kalau kau tengok Rings of Power pun kan. So bodoh ni tak hormat Tolkien bodoh. So tapi bila aku tengok dekat bila dah few episodes dah keluar kan. So orang macam duk komen, duk maki bodoh ni, plot ni tak betul, karakter ni tak betul, ni benda kau portray ni tak betul. Atau macam this is episode, how do you know about things happening in episode 3 Sebab kau tengok. Kau tengok sebab kau nak marah. Kau nak tengok sebab kau nak point out why I'm right that this show is unfaithful and bullshit. Lepas tu kau tengok, lepas tu kau buat duit untuk dia orang. So
dia punya premier bro 25 juta orang tengok. Just pasal maybe setengah tu nak marah. So dia orang real tengok.
Itulah. So but aku rasa the same thing. Kenapa Marvel buat troll is that dia dah tahu dia nak eksperimen. They will experiment. And dia orang dah tahu benda ni akan buat orang polarize. Tapi dia tak naklah polarize separuh tengok, separuh tak tengok. Macam tu macam tak shock kan. Tak dapat duit from that half yang macam merajuk, fuck off kan. So untuk yang tengok, sila tengok. Untuk yang memang dah marah tu, jom kita troll, kita cucuk lagi korang. So, korang akan patah balik and maki kami and talk about it, and thank you for the engagement, for the interaction.
Terima kasih kerana menonton. Terima kasih.
This is
Itulah,
by design. This is
Dia kira macam free publicity lah sebenarnya kan.
It is. These days sex don't sell anymore, hatred sells. So kau cucuk the bear, bagi dia panas, dia akan datang balik pada kau untuk cakar kau. So dia you return to Marvel. Betul. So even aku pun annoyed. Aku macam personally agak annoyed lah dengan benda ni kan. Tapi macam you know what, memang ni series memang troll She-Hulk kan. Tapi untuk orang yang sungguh-sungguh marah tu, macam I know kalau boleh kau tak nak bagi duit sekupang pun kepada konten yang kau benci, yang tak suka, yang kau meluat ni, tapi kau punya geram tu with this blasphemy so to speak, kau come back and do contribute to them traction wise and financially. So tak boleh kata apa. So kalau aku boleh summarize aku punya komen pasal no Ghost Rider, so I mean like let's be real lah, macam Ghost Rider was never gonna appear dalam series ni. Tapi aku faham even aku maybe tak expect sebab dia macam ada poster tu, maybe they start dropping hints yang the existence of these beloved characters within the MCU punya universe kan. Tapi because the showrunners and Marvel itself tahu yang we are aware of the possibilities that dia dah beli studio sekian-sekian semua kan, because of the expectation tu, it's an opportunity for them to hit it where it hurts. So yang tak suka tu pun akan datang balik ke sini. So tu pendapat aku lah about this whole Donny Blaze benda.
I think what's going to happen with Ghost Rider, kalau betul-betul Marvel nak introduce Ghost Rider, I know enough that the character is important lah. Dia akan betul-betul buat announcement satu pelakon. Dia akan betul-betul ada Comic Con punya.
Kan.
Dia takkan buat
Dia
ni.
takkan macam tu je.
Dia akan buat betul-betul buat Comic Con, dia tiba announce this is the pelakon, you know. Dia akan buat macam tu lah. Dia takkan buat macam ni.
Betul.
So that's why aku tak bendang. Kan.
Alright, soalan seterusnya adalah untuk Justin ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang pengenalan watak komedik medicine serta chemistry bersama Wongers? So silakan. Tengok sila jawab soalan tentang medicine ya. So silakan.
Pasal apa tu? Soalan dia pasal medicine kan medicine ni, dia jenis ubat ke?
I think medicine.
Tak lah. Ya kan, tak lah, saya main-main juga. Aku rasa pengenalan watak dia, aku actually I didn't expect this character to be in this show, because like aku ada nampak muka dia actually masa dalam macam gambar-gambar promo untuk She-Hulk, tapi aku ingat dia macam klien kan untuk Jennifer Walters, tapi aku tak sangka dia punya storyline akan bersambung dengan Wongers kan. So sekarang orang panggil Wong pun terikut juga. Oh, where's Wongers? Wongers tu macam dah jadi macam satu nickname yang sangat catchy dah, sebab dia pun like this character is so awesome sampai dia apa yang dia bagi nickname pun akan stick juga. So I feel like she's a really cool fan favorite character lah, like very unexpected breakout character, dan dia dilakonkan oleh pelakon yang bernama Patty Guggenheim, yang she sememangnya yang selalu buat dalam cerita komedi semua tu. So the vibe that she brings, like this yang macam this girl that always dress sexy dan dia selalu macam drunk kan. She reminds me of some of those like very funny women in like cerita-cerita macam Bridesmaids, you know, yang macam yang cerita-cerita macam tu kan, yang macam ada banyak girls yang suka party semua tu. Tapi yang ini kebetulan tersesat pula semasa dia pergi ke Magic Castle, dan dia macam jumpa dengan Donny Blaze yang out of nobody desperately pick her out of all the crowd. She said me, dia kan volunteer kan, dia bawa dia terus dia oleh kerana dia macam she's so ditzy, and then dia macam tak berapa bagi komen yang bagus. Semua orang pun nampak this macam buat Donny Blaze pun rasa macam malu pula. Terpaksa dia keluar dari dia sling ring tu untuk bawa dia ke dimensi yang lain. Barulah keluar dia punya cerita dia dengan Wongers pula. So I feel like dia punya her character is a very, I mean like she has a lot of good sound bites. She's very funny, but I just hope that maybe we'll see her. I mean, like in coming adventures lah. Maybe in the future, I don't know. Since Wong suka cameo dalam beberapa movies or TV series, maybe Madison might tag along. You know, maybe something lah. But what we see now is more like a friendship. But who knows? Slowly they might find something there. Kan mereka dah cakap pasal gin and tonic kan. Mereka nak cari satu tempat yang mereka boleh minum bottomless gin and tonic. Maksudnya free refills gin and tonic. Minum tak sampai tak boleh habis punya. So it's like I hope they can find that place. She says she knows that place. So maybe we might see something that comes out of that lah. Maybe she might cameo in a Shang-Chi 2 ke or something. But you know, dia punya watak ni sangat she's a how to say dia memang watak yang sangat funny lah, especially when she's in court. Dia masa dia nak bagi statement kat judge dengan semua orang pun dia macam tak steady, wobbly. Semua orang pun ketawa. Like is she a very reliable witness or not? Macam dia boleh cakap pelbagai jenis cerita yang dia pernah jumpa this character, dia pernah pergi ke this dimension and all that kan. So she's like you know, I feel like her chemistry with Wong is something that is sweet and small, but hopefully it will grow into something more lah. Because like dia punya end credit scene tu, that was a very unexpected end credit scene. Aku ingat pasal She-Hulk ke pasal apa? Oh pasal Wong pula, Wongers dengan medicine. So it's like I don't know. Hopefully we'll see something more lah from there. I cannot say much lah. Only hopes, thoughts and hopes for them only. Yeah.
Seterusnya soalan untuk Faris ya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang kontroversi online bahawa siri She-Hulk telah mendedahkan spoilers bagi siri legenda HBO Sopranos ataupun The Sopranos daripada 20 tahun lepas kot. Kalau kau tak tengok lagi memang kau takkan tengok So tapi spoiler dah 20 tahun kemudian kot.
Tengok tu.
Oh, method betul.
Apa sial?
Okay, apa yang kontroversinya? Diorang ada orang marah ke?
Specific episode, somebody died in The Sopranos, season 5, episode 12, the long-term parking.
Yeah.
Long-term parking means, you know, somebody gets a hit, you know, so silakan.
I don't think it's controversial, kan? I mean, let's put it this way lah. Aku selalu cakap, if I tell you the ending of Harry Potter of the movie, you cannot scold me that I spoiled it for you because they already had the books. You know? So if I spoil you the ending of the movie, I'm not giving you a spoiler. They already had the book, so why don't you read the books? Well, I'm a little bit of divided about it lah. In a way, yes, Soprano is a cult series. I only watched a little bit of it, and if you tell me who killed who, that will be a spoiler. About the show is about killing people, you know. But at the end of the day, also, show tu dah lama kot. I mean, doesn't matter whether you spoil or not. So I don't see why there should be a controversy. You know, I think unless if you research it deeply, the spoiler yang Madison bagi is something that what was the key moments in the whole series. Faham tak? That means who killed siapa is like one of the big spoilers. Unless, and then that can be a controversy lah. But as far as I'm concerned, it shouldn't be a controversy. And I love the fact that they brought in the Sopranos. You know?
Oh yeah.
You see, to me, the function of Madison, the character, is what I call a throwaway joke. A throwaway joke, it means bila kau dah macam series jalan cerita kau dah serius sangat kan, then you have satu benda yang tiba-tiba muncul like a throwaway yang tak ada kena-mengena dengan the whole plot langsung. So yeah, Madison punya function random gila. So Madison punya function is that. And MCU has done that a lot of times. Even WandaVision, before Captain America Winter Soldier, you know, even so many other series, even movies pun dia dah pakai banyak di throwaway joke. But somehow this Madison ni lebih menyelah because she is a joke in a comedy show, you know.
Yeah.
So that's why orang ingat kan dia. Yang lain semua all the throwaway jokes orang buat lupa je. So her function is really a throwaway joke. So but I think it's also effective sebab just one episode kita orang dah been talking about it already, you know, remembering her, you know. So yeah, very good Bubble, very good.
Sambung balik.
Sebabnya Faris dia kena ambil macam gelas yang macam orang kata cocktail glass tu. Martini glass lah.
Tapi aku pun fikir alah aku ada tahu sampai very hardcore.
Ataupun dia kata shaken not stirred lah. So.
The whole point of this is kan the medicine dia pegang macam ni kan.
Jangan lupa popcorn lah.
So one of my favorite throwaway characters adalah Randall Park sebagai agent.
Randall Park also
True.
Buat magic trick tu lah, tak habis buat magic trick.
Agent Woo kan. Jimmy Woo dia dalam komik dia macam he's like he's not that funny in the comics kan, dia macam real agent kan kalau tak silap saya. But Randall Park memainkan watak dia macam the funny guy from Ant-Man and then terbawa ke WandaVision.
Aku tak boleh teringat Kim Jong-un. Bodoh betul.
Kan? Kan? Dia selalu buat watak-watak yang
Franco tu.
kan?
Dah lah tak sama langsung casting lah. Bodoh gila.
Ya, dia pernah jadi bodoh.
Aku rasa Madison akan expand macam Randall Park punya karakter lah yang agent tu. Aku rasa dia akan extend macam ni. I hope so lah, you know, because sekali-sekala you can just insert her mana yang nak.
But kalau Agent Wu dia punya card trick dengan Wong punya card trick, aku rasa Agent Wu yang menang. Wong cuma macam human, you want human magic? Human parlor tricks.
Alright, so kita ada beberapa komen untuk segmen kedua ni. Let's have a look. Pertama adalah daripada Rizwan Mustafa yang bertanya. So kita nampak dalam episod ni Wong humban demons tu ke dalam satu portal yang ada snow dan mountain. Adakah itu Mount Wundagore ataupun alam lain? I feel like this is a callback now. Bagi tahu yang episod ni berlaku selepas Multiverse of Madness. Dia macam setiap episod tu adalah aras waktu di mana they are in the MCU. Oh, lepas Eternals. Oh, lepas Spider-Man No Way Home. So this was the callback like, hey, kita baru lepas.
We can safely assume sebab dia lepas Doctor Strange kan. We can safely assume for the audience because at the end of the day, that mountain can be anywhere. Any goddamn mountain in the world. Doesn't have to be specific. But we can safely assume as an audience that it's the Wundagore mountain from Doctor Strange to
Good observation Rizwan.
Itu senang lah pakai grafik lama kan. Tak payah
kan.
Buat siap kan.
Betul juga kan. Save cost.
Kau nak buat baru apa? Okay.
Betul juga kan.
Alright, seterusnya Xavier bertanya ya. Dalam komik She-Hulk ni ada boyfriend yang kekal tak? Tak. Currently dalam Marvel Comics she is dating Thor. Lepas tu dalam Avengers. So they are currently dating. Dah dekat 5 tahun kot. So Tentulah.
Dengan semua orang dia turun.
Yes. Dia dah, she's been around since 1970s kot.
Tu
52
She
tahun.
gets around, man.
She gets around, man. Dia dengan Hercules, dia dengan Thor, dia dengan Iron Man lagi. Dia pernah main dengan Iron Man.
Dengan Juggernaut.
Juggernaut sampai
Gila.
kita nak we want Juggernaut. Juggernaut datanglah habis tu.
Alright, komen seterusnya. Maybe Donny Blaze ni hampir sama taraf dengan Wong kot. Sebab tu dia rasa terancam dan cemburu. Tak bro. Donny Blaze dekat Kamatash minggu je. Sebagai seorang student. Lepas tu dia kena buang daripada Kamatash pasal dia asyik buka portal, curi beer, satu keg untuk belanja member-member dekat Kamatash.
Dia memang tak seriousnya lah.
Dia menggunakan magic untuk ke arah kejahatan dan salah.
I don't think we'll see him anymore.
It's a one-off lah. Macam watak apa daripada Asgard tu lah, yang shapeshifter tu, yang episod
One off.
One off je.
Betul. Si apa ni, Runa.
Ya. Betul. Kemudian Ismail bertanya, Donny buka dimension lain I think so, pasal dia hantar medicine to another dimension. I don't think it's on the
And then the demons must have come from the dimension.
From that dimension lah, demon tu.
Kan demons tu macam callback from the comics kan, dia punya design dia, sebab kata She-Hulk number 15 ke dalam masa dia dengan Howard the Duck kan, mereka lawan dengan demons kan, the design looks almost similar kan. Kau nampak dalam heavy spoilers mereka ada bedah pasal ni.
There's a
probably a callback lah, betul.
John Bryan run back in 1989, so memang old school lah. Kemudian Ben katakan She-Hulk smash anyone. Hulk smash,
Snow.
She-Hulk smash lagi ganas.
We want Snow.
Death by Snow.
Kemudian Azumaki bertanya, so sekarang kita boleh confirm lah yang Portal Wong tu boleh ke multiverse?
Yang dia buka tu bukan ke multiverse, tapi even macam dia macam yang kata hell dimension lah, apa benda lah semua tu, is still within our punya universe lah.
Still dalam
sebab macam contoh kata kau dia pergi hell pun kan, dalam multiverse lain dia ada dia punya own hell ke situ. So dia pergi ke interdimensions but not different universe, not multiverse.
So in our universe kita ada pelbagai dimension maksud dia. So Wong cuma buka portal dimension tapi masih dalam universe kita. Kalau multiverse tu maksud universe yang lain. Memang bukan dimensi dan universe tak sama.
Dimensi dengan semester lain Semester tu adalah universe. Dimensi tu adalah
it's still within our realm, masih dalam kawasan kita sebenarnya. Kalau nak cakap dengan senang lah, masih dalam kawasan kita.
Dia
walaupun di tempat yang berlainan.
Kalau aku boleh bagi contoh paling senang, contoh paling senang macam ni lah. Kalau kau tengok drawing kau kan, kau tengok lukisan, kau baca manga ke apa kan, dalam manga tu ada Luffy lah, ada Naruto lah, apa drawing tu kan. So depa tu exist in 2D lah, in the 2 dimension now. Tapi beyond 2 dimension tu punya existence is kita lah, humans, animals yang wujud dalam 3 dimensional punya space lah. Tapi beyond kita pula, aku ambil contoh Interstellar lah, bila dia lalu black hole tu, dia sampai to the 4th dimension. 4th dimension tu nampak gravity tu macam benang-benang, time tu macam picture frames. So daripada orang-orang dalam komik, dalam flat, dalam lukisan tu 2D, kita yang baca komik tu 3D. Kalau masuk black hole, sebagaimana lah Interstellar tu, kau akan keluar into 4D. Tetapi 2D, 3D, 4D ni semua within the same existence, within the same universe. So kalau dia pergi travel, macam Wong travel between dimensions, so between 2D, 3D, 4D tu, they still within the same universe lah. Multiverse ni, kau ada whole different set kat tempat lain. Situ ada dia punya 2D, 3D, 4D tu. So dimension dengan universe. Dia lain macam tu lah.
Very detail, betul.
Arkitek. Ini hari-hari je.
Aku explain lain, tapi Munif explain pun boleh juga.
Alright. Okay guys, so macam Reaksi cakap, tali rafia.
Tali rafia tu timeline kan, lain tu cerita.
Itu dah benda lain.
Lama tak dengar.
Bercabang-cabang dan berpintal-pintal.
Alright guys, so dengan itu berakhirlah segmen kedua kita dan kita akan ke plot menarik kita yang ketiga.
Aku tak nak tengok.
Kau tak nak tengok apa?
Muka Mamat tadi aku macam tengok muka dia.
Bye-bye Oscar Isaac kita Mat. Sekarang kita
Jamil from the good place.
Alright. So, segmen ini
Jamil.
She-Hulk copyright. So aku ada satu soalan je untuk segmen ini untuk semua panelis. Apakah pendapat anda tentang super influencer Titania menjadi antagonis utama bagi siri ini? Kalau korang ingat around D23 last weekend pun diorang ada trailer mid season ataupun like to show what is coming lah. And ada iklan lagi, TITANIA ni ada brand lah, buat makeup lah, benda lah. So at the end of this episode pun kita nampak that dia sue Jennifer Walters pasal menggunakan brand She-Hulk yang katanya dia tak copyright. So, is this another legal battle ke, or are we actually going to see battle betul-betul? Kita mulakan dengan Munif, silakan.
Okay, so pasal this whole Titania copyright ni issue ni, sebenarnya aku suka juga lah this angle yang mereka ambil with this show. Pasal, okay, before episode ni, one of aku punya problems lah pasal this show, and aku faham dia comedy, aku faham dia chick flick, tapi aku rasa dia macam sampai langsung tak ada weight tau. Sebab langsung tak ada threats and langsung tak ada consequence tau. Titania mula-mula yang patut jadi main villain dia kena one hit. Lepas tu literally no one boleh touch her physically. Macam lah tu, macam nothing pun yang threaten Jennifer Walters juga. So aku macam faham it's a comedy, tapi sampai setitik stakes pun tak ada, sampai jadi weightless tau. Tetapi bila datang pada episod ni and ditunjuk the threat so to speak is Titania nak curi dia punya identity, aku fikir this is a really genius move tau. Pasal apa? Sebab again, it's a chick flick, it's a comedy. Takkan kau nak tunjuk pasal ada villain serang bandar, musnah, orang mati lah, benda semua lah tu, kau nak save the day kan. So kalau crime, death, alien invasion, demons, benda semua cannot become the threat dalam sebuah siri komedi, what is the threat left tau? And going by She-Hulk punya team untuk bagi relatable dengan zaman-zaman moden ni, kalau tadi kita cakap pasal social media, online dating in your 30s and all this pancaroba zaman-zaman moden yang relatable tu kita ni kan, the most scariest thing that could happen to you on the internet is losing your identity. Kau nak kata zaman sekarang kan. So aku suka this direction pasal without having anyone die, without being too grim, without lari from the funny tone of the show, the next most threatening thing that could happen to you, and is very modern, relatable, social media driven series ni, is to lose your identity. This is the biggest threat. So aku suka lah, aku suka dia ambil this angle. And even aku as a comic book reader pun, aku suka sebab dalam komik pun pernah ada our hero, bukan She-Hulk lah, tapi ada bunch of heroes juga face these issues. Kalau korang baca during the Dark Avengers punya saga lah. So during Dark Avengers tu, aku tak ingat pasal apa, tapi the real Avengers was on the run tau. Tengok Norman Osborn, dia announce, jangan risau, kita ada ni brand new lineup of Avengers kan. Lepas tu datang tidak macam Venom, dia bukan je Venom, dia literally namakan diri dia Spider-Man. So ingat tu Spider-Man dalam black suit tau. Lepas tu Bullseye pakai suit Hawkeye, aku Hawkeye. Moonstone, arch enemy Captain Marvel, pakai classic suit Captain Marvel tu. Jadi kata nama dia Captain Marvel. So diorang lah tu yang heroes ni semua duk tengok kat TV Norman Osborn buat press conference ni, depa duk announce diri depa as nama hero-hero tu. And so this guy cakap, yo what the fuck kan. So even dalam series yang macam series macam Dark Avengers tu pun, dia dah ada that theme of sebenarnya how devastating kalau identity kau kena curi tau. Sebab kau kena pandang ni from a MCU civilian punya standpoint. Kita dok follow the journey of these main characters for since a whole decade. Kita dapat the best view lah, so to speak kan. Tapi the civilians tu, dia pun macam don't know shit tau. Dia pun tak tahu. In fact, masa D23 tu pun, yang masa dia ada trailer Quantumania tu, ada some civilians duk tengok Paul Rudd, dia pun duk panggil dia, yo Spider-Man kan. Padahal dia Ant-Man. So kan, so from the perspective of the civilians, they don't know better tau. So kalau ada orang ni datang yang kata dia She-Hulk, and buat a big scene, press conference about it ke apa benda, legally pun boleh jadi She-Hulk, most likely the general public pun will be none the wiser tau. So again, aku suka angle ni sebab they creatively created a threat, created something at stake, created some weight lah, some weight to the show, some worry for the hero, tapi tak lari pada tone komedi dia. Tak perlu ada orang mati, tak perlu ada alien datang, Tapi kalau kau cakap kau tak takut identiti kau kena curi, memang tipu lah. It's a scary shit now. But still within the realm of comedies lah. So I like how this was done, and as we know, benda ni at the end of the day, she's a lawyer. This is a somewhat very based lawyer show. It'll be interesting to see how that gets resolved in the courtroom. Tetapi another interesting angle juga, sebab kita tahu ada another lawyer hypocrite yang akan join this show tau, which is Daredevil. Aku rasa Daredevil, aku tak ingat, tapi masa dia tease pasal Daredevil, dia ada cakap apa? Dia kata, dalam courtroom kau akan ni, but then kau boleh lawan when the law fails you. Dia aja kan, dia ada sebut deadline masa dia tease Matt Murdock. So kita tahu perangai Matt Murdock ni macam mana. Dia aku kan jail Kingpin, the law must win, the law has to win. Lepas tu bila Kingpin rasuah-rasuah dapat keluar agak, malam aku pakai topeng kuku, kau siap kau. so bagi aku it'd be cool kalau tengok Titania memang dia tak trademark kan benda tu. So Titania dah curi, She-Hulk will probably kalah dia punya court case, because this is the biggest test yang dia maybe kali ni case ni dia kalah, dia tak boleh solve. Jumpa Matt Murdock, you know what I do when I lose a case? Pukul. So benda tu akan set up maybe a big brawl lah between Titania dengan She-Hulk lah. So we get the court case, the court case half of the show, and then we for the first time see maybe Jennifer Walters get outplayed as a lawyer. Lepas tu dia dapat pula nasihat from our rogue lawyer ni yang selalu pukul orang bila dia kalah in the court. Jen pun akan bawa perangai tu, which will lead to the final big brawl dengan Titania. Aku rasa if they set it up that way, it'll be really cool. Tapi kalau tak pun, what I'm seeing right now is intriguing enough. I think this is extremely creative. Pasal with this one plot angle, they cover one thing, which is kena dengan a real fear of the modern social media punya age, and they also create like weight and consequences without having to lari from the comedy tone and kill someone and buat alien invasion ke apa benda ke. So it hits so many birds with one stone with this plot. So aku macam benda ni memang kudos lah. I can't wait to see how it gets resolved and how it develops lah. So looking forward to that.
Nice. I also like the fact that Titania are going to be the main villain, but I also a bit dislike sebab dia dah tease sejak episode 1, episode 4 baru kau nak panas. Lambat sangat lah kalau kau nak in terms of storytelling. So I'm afraid kalau dia jadi main villain pun dia tak se-impact yang as I would hope lah, because as we know MCU punya track record of villains tak adalah gempak sangat.
She's not fleshed out kan, betul tak?
Yeah, there's no backstory. Kita tak kenal dia, kita tahu where she got her powers. Kan?
So you tease episode 1, episode 2 hilang, episode 3 ada sikit, episode 4 terus ada this one yang which is quite good, dia buat the copyright mystery tu, but I hope they do it good lah, but for me still kalau nak ikut out of 9 episode 4 mungkin lebih lambat lah, but I hope they flesh out betul-betul lah, but I takut it become a villain yang forgettable. So dah and that is the risk, but I still think the leader will be in episode 9 lah. So
let's go.
Silakan Justin, do you think Matt Murdock will represent Jen to defend her in this court case?
I suspect so. Yang kalau daripada what Munif said, and also some of the viewers also said that there has to be a reason why he would be in Los Angeles kan. Aku rasa tak mungkin Jennifer akan terbang pergi New York. Mungkin Matt Murdock yang pergi ke Los Angeles, LA, ataupun kebetulan he was in LA. We don't know why kan. So like maybe she hired him for this case. If she cannot take on Titania, mungkin dia akan cuba take on Titania macam what Munif says. Maybe she will try to legally take down Titania legally. Mungkin she will have some, I don't know, mungkin dia akan try to represent herself lah. But I feel like maybe in the end, if she cannot, maybe Matt Murdock will be in this picture lah. Kan? So, the possibility is there. The possibility is there because we have 5 more episodes to go. So it's like and also we haven't seen much of Titania. Sebab Titania ni kita cuma nampak dia satu kali saja. Lepas tu kan kita nampak semua macam gambar-gambar kat news ataupun social media masa dia pergi ambil spray, pergi spray tu yang She-Hulk punya iklan, papan iklan semua tu kan. So we haven't really get a full understanding of this character. What's her threat, what's her deal, what's her damage, and how is she related to the wrecking crew kan. So it's like, is she really the main antagonist or is she like the mini boss to a bigger boss kata kan. So there's a possibility there. So it's like, who knows, maybe Daredevil will represent She-Hulk and then maybe he will suit up as Daredevil and then like him and She-Hulk akan team up untuk lawan villain yang besar aku rasa. Because there's a lot of teasers where they would team up, where She-Hulk will wear the suit and then Matt Murdock will wear the yellow Daredevil suit kan. Aku rasa the direction will go there. But we have to remember yang this Matt Murdock yang kita nampak daripada Spider-Man No Way Home and also in She-Hulk is probably not the same Matt Murdock yang kita kenal daripada cerita Daredevil dulu. Because what I saw when they were interviewing Charlie Cox masa D23, he said that this will be a very flirty Matt Murdock, very very light-hearted Matt Murdock. So dia macam kurang serious, kurang edgy. He's more like dan kurang emo. He's more, maybe he'll be like the funny, light-hearted type. So expectations, lower your expectations but enjoy the show. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Justin, if I may add to that, if I'm not mistaken, Charlie Cox, I think he also said that the 18 episode Daredevil series within the MCU sekarang, it will not be season 4 tau. Does it mean that the Netflix one is not canon kan? So kalau kau cakap pasal if you're basing Charlie Cox here based on the Netflix series punya Daredevil, there's a big chance you will be setting yourself up for disappointment now.
Yeah, it's something a soft reboot lah, macam a soft reboot.
It's soft reboot because right now they've introduced the concept of multiverse into the world, right? So it's like, fuck it lah, we can just start over. It's a multiverse. What do you care though?
Betul juga. When look at Kingpin is a huge example, in Hawkeye. Kalau kau nampak dia kan, it's a different vibe, So
I think it's going to be a soft reboot lah, because I think business-wise that is the paling safe lah. Kalau Kevin Feige nak buat, it will be a soft reboot. Even when MCU dengan Disney Plus keluar dulu, the Netflix series Kevin Feige dah anak tirikan dah,
Betul.
It just kan. So Disney pun dia dah buat tak endah pasal the Netflix series. But slowly Kevin Feige tarik balik sikit demi sikit, So I think it's going to be a soft reboot and eventually many years down the line, 10 ke 20 tahun down the line, jalan cerita the Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage dengan Daredevil.
Recast Iron Fist.
Takkan ada kena-mengena dengan MCU dah, So easy
no more Iron Fist yang lampau.
People will eventually forget it, really don't care. Tapi Kevin Feige kena buat sikit demi sikit, because technically the Netflix series is sort of new lagi,
Yeah.
Betul. So he'll cherry pick the fan favorite characters dulu. Baru masuk.
Tapi yang Justin, one thing aku cakap tadi pasal you guys suspect that maybe at one point Matt Murdock there's a possibility and they can represent She-Hulk with this case or something, right? But my take on that though, I have doubts that Matt Murdock will literally represent Jennifer. You know why? Because it's the tone of the show. They're not gonna show no guy be defending a woman like that.
You'll be against the team kan. No mansplaining. No mansplaining.
Maybe he'll give like advice or like fighting assistance behind the scenes or like when they're outside or
kan, mungkin lah. Legal advice consultant.
Kan, this so strong lawyer thingy is literally what defines her, the modern career woman, ain't taking no shit from no man kan. Suddenly, because she literally complains about how she's a good lawyer, and you have the males in her firms explaining to her on how to
Mansplain.
lawyer.
Mansplain.
Mansplain, right? So they're not gonna, after all that, they're not gonna let another man be my fucking lawyer. That's not happening. Aku rasa
That is true, Nif. Betul juga. So it makes sense that she will fight Titania legally in court, and also if that doesn't work out, they have to like, okay, let's settle this out of court.
betul lah.
Akan ada brawl lah. I suspect that has to, which is what you said lah. In your previous theory kan. That is what I suspect. This is how they would go, because like, you know, it's kind of obvious yang this is jalan cerita dia kan dengan 5 episod ni. So it's like you know, it's definitely possible. I also sokong juga.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Oh
kita
ni
ada 3.
sebelum tu ni yang komen Xavier Tatsu ni yang pasal power man lah, nak cakap saya power man lah. Aku rasa kan sebenarnya Luke Cage tu pun kalau lah dia pun nak recast Luke Cage kan, please ambil Mother's Milk tu. Dia nampak sebiji macam Luke Cage yang komik tu, dengan mannerism semua sama. Seriously.
Sama. Si apa ni, Lance Alonso kan nama dia.
Yes, seriously.
Ahmad daripada The Boys tu memang secocok lah kalau nak jadi Luke Cage.
He should be
pun dah sama.
Kan. So Jessica Jones dengan Punisher boleh stay lah kan?
I think Jessica Jones okay, Kristen Ritter okay. Kristen Ritter
okay. John Bernthal definitely fan favorite.
Iron Fist
out lah. Sorry lah.
Iron Fist aku boleh apa?
Jangan white guy lah kalau boleh Iron Fist. I know Danny Rand dalam komik is a white guy, tapi
ni ambil lah orang
they might change him to Asian
ni Cobra Kai punya guys. At least dia pun
Cobra Kai punya they should take someone from Cobra Kai. At least he would have fighting skills lah, yang real fighting skills kan.
Betul. Alright, so kita ada 3 komen menarik. Pertama, Rizwan bertanya, dalam komik Titania jadi kuat sebab Dr. Doom kan? Yes.
Yes.
Ini berlaku ketika era Secret Wars 1985. Dr. Doom perlukan lagi banyak orang jahat dekat Battle World tu nak lawan dengan superheroes. So dia ambil je orang-orang random yang tertangkap, yang
tersangkut sekali,
terperangkap sekali. Lepas tu dia bagi power selama gila. So Titania, Mary is one of those eksperimen oleh Dr. Doom untuk have more villains on Battle.
Tapi dia random kan. So ada yang perempuan yang pergi dengan dia tu dapat volcanic punya power tu lah. Tak ingat nama dia. Lepas tu yang Titania jadi besar tu, jadi highly durable and strong and superhuman strength.
Yeah.
Origin.
Red head, orange head, I can't remember. That's why Jamil ni pun nampak macam orange sikit lah, tapi orange brown.
Macam dia punya comic book look sikit lah kan.
Seterusnya Xavier bertanya, kalau dalam komik siapakah main villain She-Hulk? It is Titania. It is Titania. So
mostly Titania.
Dalam siri ni pun it looks like Titania will be antagonis utama bagi siri.
Although betul macam Abang Ferry cakap, dia macam 4th episode baru nak pick up the gear. Macam if that's your series main villain, I feel like at least sikit-sikit should be fleshed out. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4 ada sikit baru ni kan. Ni macam nampak macam essay episode 4 baru macam jap, we have a series villain ni. So
aku rasa
they only show her behind the scenes macam sikit-sikit news clip and all that.
Kaitan dengan Wrecking Crew. So kan Wrecking Crew kan episode 3. So dia macam, maksudnya dia dah selama ni dah bekerja lah to try and kacau She-Hulk ni, tapi kita tak perasan.
Mungkin juga.
Seterusnya Xavier menambah, kat dalam komik suit She-Hulk ni siapa yang buat? Jawapannya adalah Janet Van Dyne buat suit ni untuk She-Hulk apabila She-Hulk join the Avengers back in the 1980s. So dekat MCU pula Janet Van Dyne dah tua and she's not even an Avenger. So aku tak tahu dari apakah sumber suit purple dan
Bruce Banner lah yang buat. Aku rasa mungkin dia ada buat space suit kot.
We know it exists.
It
We
exists.
know that suit exist pasal D23 tu.
I
We know
suspect
that
Bruce
suit
yang buat. Aku rasa lah, suspect.
Tapi
Dia dah
kalau
keep
Bruce yang
pay
buat
dah.
pun pelik juga sebab he's off world kan sekarang. Maybe at his
Mungkin
lab
dia dah buat
kat
awal-awal
kat
kot.
lah. Maybe
Kan
lah,
Jen
maybe
dia
lah.
macam koma ataupun masa dia tidur kan. Dia pernah buat. Aku rasa dia ada mungkin maybe he make some measurements kan. I don't know lah.
Alright.
Aku message dia kat Instagram ni, yang Ismail ni. Aku message, aku je tulis kat inbox saya, kau baca tak baca lantak kau. Je cakap, I'm gonna put it here. You should really go and promote yourself to be cast as Luke Cage. I'm not kidding. Aku tulis kat inbox sebab kita tahu banyak artis macam Taron Egerton semua tu, dia pun sendiri duk push kan, nak jadi Wolverine lah, nak jadi apa.
Kan?
So aku dah message kat Instagram cakap, if you're reading this, macam you seriously need to go and try out promote yourself for Luke Cage. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
So macam harap-harap.
Hopefully. Seterusnya Naoki bertanya ya, Titania ni super soldier ke? Tidak, dia bukan super soldier.
Bukan.
She was a random person yang terlekat dekat Battle World back in Secret Wars 1985. Dr. Doom perlukan lebih banyak villains, so Dr. Doom bagi kuasa menggunakan teknologi, so therefore terjadilah Titania. Alright. So seterusnya Xavier bertanya, kalau nak buat series Defenders, semula panelis rasa selain daripada ahli utama siapakah yang sesuai lagi? Well, actually Defenders dalam komik ada versi lain juga. The Defenders yang asal di komik sebenarnya adalah Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, dan
Hulk.
kita ada
Hulk ya.
Hulk
and
Namor.
then kita ada Namor. So ini adalah 4 Defender yang menjaga bumi daripada extraterrestrial threats. So that was the original Defenders back in the day. Cuma eventually ada yang Defenders versi jalanan.
Street level
banyaklah dia ada watak-watak.
Defenders street level Defenders.
Ya, street level lah. Tapi the Defenders yang asal tu eventually ada watak-watak macam Valkyrie. Lepas tu ada watak-watak macam apa dah, dia macam Batman tapi dia versi burung, dipanggil Nighthawk atau something, I can't remember.
There's a Nighthawk.
Nighthawk is the 90s character.
Tapi kalau cakap saya Defenders, betul Nighthawk lama tu. Tapi kalau cakap saya the line up of macam street level yang street level punya Defenders bukan yang original kan. Aku rasa memang Devil definitely kena ada lah, dengan Luke Cage, dengan itulah Danny Rand lah, sebab dia pun Heroes for Hire make up half of the street level Defenders tu. Lepas tu kalau macam roster dia selalu akan extend sikit ke watak yang ada setengah tu yang dah ada lah, macam Colin Wing. Lepas tu maybe Misty Knight kot. So kalau ada geng-geng dia ni boleh lah jadi part of the
macam dalam Netflix lah tu.
Lepas tu sekarang ni pun I don't know kalau dia pun nak buat Danny Rand ke tak. Tetapi kalau we know Echo is a hand-to-hand fighter juga yang street level. So who knows, maybe MCU pun lepas dia dah buat series yang street level punya heroes TV series eventually macam yang Netflix tu juga dia akan buat a TV crossover. So jadi MCU punya version of the Defenders ke with the characters yang dia ada lah. Macam Echo apa semua tu kan. So that could be that angle juga lah, tak tahu lah. Tapi apa Daredevil dengan Heroes for Hire kena ada lah, which is a big problem again pasal aku tak tahu aku harap sangat they will want to do something dengan Danny Rand and tak give up with the Iron Fist, but Marvel punya casting tu aku harap will do a way better job lah, hopefully.
Betul.
It needs Iron Fist. Street level stuff kena ada Iron Fist.
Kemudian Ismail bertanya dalam Marvel Comics, Iron Fist tu adalah white man ke Asian? Dia merupakan white man.
White man.
Ya.
Yang baru ni jadi Asian kan? Yang ambil metal.
Yang baru ni adalah Iron Fist versi Asian. So
retcon dah kan.
Yeah.
Sebab Danny Rand macam give up on his, dia dah tak nak jadi Iron Fist kan. Lepas tu ada Asian guy take over.
Okay.
Soalan terakhir untuk malam ini, Amir Ikhwan bertanya, semua YouTuber dapat free 4 episod je kan? Yes. So starting from minggu ni, aku pun akan tonton.
Nick pun dah tak tahu. Yay.
Aku pun akan mind blown juga. Aku tak ada apa-apa nak sorok daripada korang. because I akan wait. Aku dah tunggu 5 minggu, okay, nak tengok episod terbaru Syihab. So, aku tak sabar. Alright guys, so dengan itu kita akan ke segmen terakhir kita malam ini. Harapan bagi episod minggu ini. Alright guys, so apakah harapan korang untuk episod kelima? Selain daripada membedah, so apa lagi? Korang nak kes-kes gila apa lagi yang most likely it will be the swing case ni lah kan? So apakah harapan hari Rabu?
More Titania lah, I suspect.
Silakan Ferry.
What you notice, I don't know whether you all notice, episode 1 and episode 2, kau tak tengok Syihab ada action scene now. Episode 3, kau ada dengar wrecking crew. Episode 4, kau tengok dia ada the demon. So, aku rasa dia akan bagi Syihab more action scene sikit demi sikit. So, I hope we have more fight scenes with her in episode 5 lah. You know, because I really want to see Hulk behaving as a Hulk. Itu je aku nak tengok. So I hope they release more of that besides for the Titania story lah. And I also hope that Titania has a strong villain story yang aku boleh sympathize and aku boleh relate. Itu harapan saya.
Alright. I mean, if she goes toe to toe with Titania, I think she will let loose and you will get to see a Hulk in your moment.
Yes, itu yang aku nak tengok.
Pasal Titania sama kuat. Titania sama kuat, so dia boleh just lempang je and Titania takkan mati lah. You know, tak adalah
And the boys.
Yeah.
Alright, seterusnya Justin, do you think minggu ni kita akan dapat tengok Frogman?
Oh, that's a good question, but itulah yang kita tak tahu tu, because that particular scene when we saw the Frogman in the trailer yang pada waktu malam kan masa dia terbang. So it's like, why was he there? Is he related to She-Hulk and Daredevil at that time, because they were also seen together at night? So maybe, or is there something to do with the wrecking crew? So that'd be cool if he appears in episode 5. But I feel like it would be more towards yang Titania punya case, because we haven't seen Titania for so long. I suspect episode 5 will be more about Titania and also She-Hulk. They must have more interaction because they barely even have any lines together. Macam tak ada dialogue pun sama-sama. So it's like I feel like their dialogue with each other would be really fun to watch, fun and funny. Because kalau bukan cakap pasal legality ataupun fist to fist untuk fighting, their verbal sparring lah, I suspect would be very fun because like kita tak nampak sangat kan. So dialog antara antara Titania dengan She-Hulk ataupun Titania dengan Jane Walters kan, I think that would be a very interesting thing to watch. And also I kind of hope that we might have more cameos from, I don't know, maybe WWE superstar punya orang ke, because itu hari aku nampak ada Naomi dengan Sasha Banks masa kat premiere. And also dalam episod keempat ni, David Otunga, kalau siapa ada tengok WWE kan, David Otunga yang ada cameo jadi yang he was the first guy yang dating She-Hulk kan, dia buat macam begini kan, yang the black guy tu, that is a WWE star, you know. And then like kalau dia ada muncul, dan kemungkinan besar, and we also saw Sasha Banks and Naomi muncul dalam premiere. I hope that they make cameo, or maybe they have some backstory with Titania kot, because Titania kan, kita kata Titania was experimented kan, maybe those two were part of her experimental mates or something like that. So I don't know, I just feel like if Titania is a main antagonist for this show, I suspect she's just a small boss to a bigger boss. Mungkin ada boss yang lagi besar lagi. Who knows? I mean, like Titania couldn't be so equipped to have all of these things kan. Macam dia boleh jadi super influencer lah, lepas tu dia ada super power lah, lepas tu dia boleh, she might have her own team lah. But there's so much about her that we don't know about. I just suspect she might be a mini boss to a bigger boss. So maybe we'll see. I hope we can see more backstory of Titania. That's what I really hope. Yeah.
More medicine.
More medicine, yeah, medicine king.
Ya, man. Seterusnya silakan Munif, harapan untuk minggu ini.
Okay, before that, maybe some teori pala tahu sikit lah. Sebab as kita semua have pointed out lah, the Titania character, walaupun kita tahu dia akan jadi the main seteru dia lah, main villain kepada She-Hulk ni, tapi dia macam barely fleshed out tau. Kita tak tahu power dia datang daripada apa. Kita tak tahu anything about her, what's her backstory, what's her background, kenapa jadi influencer ke, memang completely macam tak fleshed out tau. But that's the thing, kalau nak kata the writers terlupa pasal Titania pun, she's there in the first episode. Lah tu macam tu dah episode yang dia tak ada macam dia, she was teased tau, macam ada dia in the news ke, in the background doing shit apa semua. And then episode 4 dia datang balik like a big time like this, and the wrecking crew pun maybe ada connection dengan dia bagai. So bila aku tengok, it didn't seem like the writer terlupa pasal dia. But now it's starting to seem to me yang her backstory is disorok by design. Aku rasa when we reveal pasal Titania punya background and motivation, aku rasa that will also reveal a big plot twist about the series. Maybe sebab I don't think Titania ni macam dia ada the brains untuk terfikir nak ambil darah She-Hulk ataupun untuk tahu pun yang it's in her blood source of her power. She's not a scientist. Dia pun macam tak deal with all these alien things benda semua kan.
The leader memang suka.
Itu juga. Itu that's what I'm getting at. Kalau connect dengan prediction Abang Feris, maybe dia nak buat benda ni gathering blood of gamma radiated punya characters pasal is under the instruction of the leader lah. So maybe the leader yang bagi dia her powers through experimentation ke apa benda ke. So dia nak create minions untuk go out tolong ambil Hulk blood untuk dia sebab dia nak replicate balik this amazing shit yang jadi ke dia. Sebab tu kau fikir Titania is not the character yang macam dia tahu pun punca power Hulk tu ialah daripada darah, and even terfikir nak ambil that darah tau. I don't think so tau. That's not, she's just a fucking influencer tau.
Yeah, she's a
powerful one, yes. Tapi tak ada sampai nak dia tahu ni mesti darah Hulk the source of her power. I don't think so. So boleh jadi Abang Feris punya tu lah.
Are you calling it Munif?
I think so tu lah. It seems to make sense because lepas tu bila kita reveal, sebab tu cakap kalau kita flash out the character Titania, tunjuk dia punya background semua and macam mana dia dapat powers that might reveal the big twist, which is dia punya berkaitan dengan the leader lah, maybe lah.
So she's the mini boss and there's a bigger boss.
Because like I said, it didn't seem like the writer lupa pasal dia sebab her presence is there tau in the episodes yang dia tak ada pun. So that's not someone forgetting to write about her, tapi it's macam hiding her powers and origins by design now. And why they might do that is because revealing that would reveal the true boss apa macam tu kan. So going back to aku punya harapan lah, because of that the Titania character is intriguing to me because of that, and aku have always maintained aku punya stance, whatever the hell genre kau punya show ni, komedi ke, hero ke, hantu ke, adventure ke apa ke, every good show will have a good villain now, will have a good antagonist now. So aku harap we could slowly get to see Titania take over that role to, that's how you start to care about the hero and the characters. When you have someone menacing, and tak semestinya menacing in a way yang lari daripada tone of the show. Macam cakap, I like this whole angle macam dicuri identity tau. That is a nemesis tau situ. That is already a nemesis. Dia dah buat benda tu. So maybe dia akan divulge into court case, and like aku cakap tadi, then dia akan divulge into a brawl. And lepas tu another thing, if it's going to be a brawl pula, kita tahu Titania as she is sekarang kena tumbang dengan She-Hulk with just one punch kan. Maybe the leader will finally make use of that She-Hulk punya blood ke apa untuk power up Titania, and dia akan jadi besar, jadi macam the Titania we know macam in the comics kan. Maybe lah. So I can see there's a element of setting up Titania. Aku tak rasa the writers lupa Titania, but it really looks like it's setting something up. So I'm like having faith in that lah. So, and of course cameos macam Daredevil semua is always a welcome thing. But aku punya number one punya harapan is that Another thing too, Jamila Jamil is fucking gorgeous. So more screen time for her doesn't hurt. So we get more screen time for this bombshell of a hottie dalam show
She's
ni.
hot,
More
she's
screen
funny,
time.
she's tall. Yeah, she's very
so
tall.
we get more screen time for awet Chun ni, and then dia pun pula harap-harap boleh jadi a really good villain for the series, and then that villain tu boleh set up maybe the leader or some like bigger punya implication ke apa ke, and then you have all these other cameos which kita tahu memang dah include Daredevil and who knows what else. So you know, sky's the limit, man. Sky's the limit. I really look forward to that. But yes, we need more Titania. And if it doesn't start at episode 5, then I don't know when you're gonna start it. It has to be now.
Itu dah tengah-tengah tu. Itu dah
Kan?
The time is now. Oh, by the way, sebab Justin sebut Sasha Banks tadi. Sebab Justin sebut Sasha Banks, aku really harap dalam season 3 Mandalorian she reprises her role, because Sasha Banks is the hottest African American in the whole world. Seriously. Seriously.
Cun, I support. Kan dia dalam team Disney kan, so she's in Mandalorian. I just hope that she will also be in MCU. She has the physicality, what? Yeah, the physicality. Kalau you tak use that in the She-Hulk series, macam wasted bit lah kan.
Tasa Angel macam mana?
Kan?
Tasa Angel, aduh. Okay, very simple. Alright, so kita ada satu soalan saja untuk segmen ini. Ismail bertanya, by the way, lepas ni Echo punya series kan? Ada kemungkinan main-mainnya She-Hulk ke? I don't think so.
Not for She-Hulk kot.
Not for She-Hulk. Yeah,
sebab dia akan jadi Daredevil dengan Echo punya hal Kingpin.
Lepas ni kita aku rasa dah tak ada siri panjang-panjang lah lepas ni. I think we are coming to the end of the year, the 4th quarter. Kita hanya ada Halloween special Werewolf by Night, itu satu episod, and then kita ada Christmas special Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, itu satu episod, and then there's no more series sehinggalah 2023, di mana kita bakal dihidangkan dengan What If Season 2,
Loki itu,
Secret Invasion, lepas tu Echo, lepas tu Loki 2 dan pelbagai lagi. So sekarang baru bulan 9. So lepas habis ni bulan 10 kita ada satu one off Werewolf by Night, and then bulan 12 kita ada satu one off iaitu Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas Special. Then bulan 10, bulan 11 itu tak ada apa-apa guys.
Bulan 11 Black Panther Wakanda Forever lah tu. That's why they face it out like that.
Dia coverkan film pula lah, macam tu lah. Tak tahulah apa nak buat nanti, tak ada sini apa. Alright guys, so aku rasa dengan itu berakhirlah perbincangan kita malam ini. Terima kasih kepada semua para panelis. Terima kasih juga kepada korang yang sedia menonton. So thank you kepada Justin Cheng daripada Marvel Films Malaysia, Munif Malik Kaki TV, dan juga Faris Kaki Film. Join us lagi di hari-hari yang lain. Setiap hari Selasa kita bakal membincangkan tentang House of the Dragon. Setiap hari Rabu The Rings of Power. Setiap hari Khamis kita bincang sama ada 5 trailer menarik daripada seluruh dunia ataupun 5 berita terhangat daripada Hollywood. And then setiap hari Ahad kita bincang tentang siri anime fantasi Overlord bersama Kudo. And then kadang-kadang kalau korang nasib baik, hari Sabtu kita ada Abang Hadi. Most likely weekend ni dia nak buat satu review kot, tapi tak sure. Maybe Abang Long Fadil ke apa. Macam tu lah.
Uish, best.
Alright guys, so terima kasih kerana menonton guys. Jumpa lagi di hari-hari yang lain. Majulah fandom untuk negara. Bye guys.
Bye.
Bye.